Hello and welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda, and today we have with us Yasamin.
Yasamin, yeah.
Welcome.
Hi, Marty.
How are you doing? So you've got some, you kind of gave me a warning when you came in, saying these songs are very political and controversial.
Just a heads up, yeah.
Yeah. So is that a problem? Do you find that people...
I mean, I'm just starting out, but I guess so far, not so much a problem, but people are a bit kind of like weary, you know. But I mean, there's not too many people singing pop music with very literal political meaning. It's like usually metaphorical or kind of hidden. So yeah, I think I'm just testing the waters.
Good on you. That's what we need. And for the folks who haven't heard any of the music yet, what is the subject matter that a lot of your stuff is dealing with?
This particular album, so this is my second album. The first one was a breakup album. This one is, I mean, I think there's multifaceted artists. Hopefully I'm one of them. I don't know. But yeah, there's, you know, we could talk about boys and talk about politics, I think. So yeah, this one's called, the album's called Songs Over Baghdad, and I was born in Iraq, but I've lived in New Zealand for 25 years. And at the end of last year, there was a peaceful uprising, a peaceful revolution in Iraq that kind of went slightly unreported in the news. And I was following it very closely, and it really moved me, what was happening, because I thought in a very sort of dangerous country where it seems lots of violence, one after the other, rises this peaceful generation that resists violence, was incredibly inspiring to me. And also quite moving as an Iraqi. So yeah, I thought, okay, well, how can I do my bit to even be part of the revolution, but also to give these people a bit more of a voice in New Zealand, at least, because this is my home. So yeah, I wrote these songs.
And do you find that people here in New Zealand are aware of what's going on over there?
No.
I didn't think so.
Yeah, I think it hasn't been covered in our media, you know, but also the world media has been largely quiet about it. Yeah, it was around the same time that the Hong Kong protests were happening and the Latin American protests were happening. So they were getting a lot more attention, and then it'll be like, oh, just some violence in Iraq, what's new, you know?
Exactly.
I felt like the world was quite bored with Iraq, you know?
Yeah. So let's listen to a song, and then we can talk some more about this. The first one we're going to hear is called October.
Yeah.
What happened in October?
So 1st of October 2019 is when the first lot of protesters went out on the street demanding increase in jobs and decrease in corruption in the Iraqi government. And they were met with really aggressive sort of force that to date has left over 700 protesters, peaceful protesters dead, unarmed peaceful protesters. So October is about that, and also the second verse touches on the Christchurch shooting. So,
All right, well, let's give it a listen and we'll talk some more.
Wake me up when October ends. I can't watch you murder these perfect men. Wake me up when October ends. I can't watch you murder these perfect men. There's no man left that are worth a look. They're all falling down for standing for their haq. Yeah, tell those who murder, come on, gonna get ya. When it's all said and when it's all done, no real man hides behind a gun, no. Wake me up at the end of March. I can't watch what happened in Christchurch. Wake me up at the end of March. I can't watch what happened in Christchurch. We shed our tears, vigils and mourning. But if you don't see me as equal, then who are we fooling? Tell those who murder, come on, gonna get ya. When it's all said and when it's all done, no real man hides behind a gun. No peace will always win hides behind the gun.
Okay, welcome back. We're here with Yasamin. We're talking Middle Eastern politics, is it? Always a good time. We just heard October, and we've got some more to get through. All the songs are coming off the album that you're going to be releasing later in this year?
Yeah, definitely before the end of the year it'll come out. The album's finished, but
right.
I'm just trying to time it.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of other stuff going on right now, so
exactly.
you're probably wise to wait. Where did you record it?
I recorded in different home studios, so it wasn't like a big production,
Right.
and then it was mixed by a guy who did Maroon 5 actually. I found him on the internet and sent him my stuff, and he was keen to mix it, so.
Nice one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And when were the songs written?
I wrote the majority of the album towards the end of last year, just after the revolution started. I had written about 10 songs from the start of 2019, and after the October stuff happened, it sort of shifted me a little bit. The album was still political. I was trying to explore what it meant to be from Iraq but grow up in New Zealand, because I knew it was a part of myself I wanted to think about, and songwriting is like how I unpack things from myself. So but then after the revolution happened, I thought, like, what could be more inspiring than a peaceful uprising in a country that's never seen peace before.
Right.
So
that's for sure.
As an artist, it really moved me, and as an Iraqi New Zealander.
So since you moved here 25 years ago, have you been back there at all?
No, I've never.
Not at all?
Never been back, and I don't have any family there anymore
okay.
either. Yeah, but I think there's, like, I talk to people about this all the time, and I think even if you have like a little bit of Irish in you or a little bit of Scottish or something, people are always interested to, this is why we get our DNA tested, to like be like, where did we come from, So I was born in Iraq, it's like quite close.
Yes, well, I'm the same way. People assume I'm American, and I pretty much
British.
am. But I was born in England, And it's like, you do feel a slight affinity, no matter, you just can't help it. Totally. It's in there. It's in your blood, I guess. So, and you do get concerned about it. So, how do you follow what's going on over there?
Well, I actually was never into politics. That's the other thing. People are really surprised that I've written about politics. But I follow an Iraqi comedian who I thought was quite funny.
Right.
And then he started posting these videos when obviously the violence was being used against these peaceful protesters. So it was sort of like how the George Floyd video got published, and how people went out on the street to protest against this really, unfair death and violence used against an innocent man, and then it moved people, and I felt like this is how I felt when I saw the videos of the protesters in Iraq being attacked, but because it didn't get the attention that I think it should have, because all people are equal, people didn't have the option to care about it.
Right. So the next song we're going to hear is Baghdad Boy. Tell me about that one.
Well, this is a love song to that peaceful protester, to the new Baghdad boy. Because I felt like in the media, Baghdad boys have been portrayed as these angry, violent men, and I felt like it's a very lazy overgeneralization of over 40 million people. So there's this like the cool guy who dresses really nicely, who has an opinion that is like to reject violence and like try and build a new Iraq. So it's a love song to that peaceful protester.
All right, let's give it a listen.
Baghdad guy, we born to die. This whole damn world let you down, turned a blind eye. Baghdad boy, God bless us soul. This whole damn world didn't say a thing, 'cause killing you's now no more. When I say the world, I'm included in that. Oh baby, I apologize. Hey, bit of a player, you were never my type, no, but since I've seen October, you were all that I want. Now the whole world can try, but I've only got eyes for my Baghdad guy. I love you, and I love all those who love you. I love you, and I love all those who love you. I never seen brave till I seen your face. I love you. loves his mama. You were never my type, no, but since I've seen October, you're all that I want. Now the whole world can try, but I'm just gonna wait till the boy is mine. I love you, and I love all those who love you. I love you, and I love all those who love you. Forgive me, babe, I never seen brave till I saw you. Richest boy that I know lives poorer than the poor, wants to be left alone. They invade, not another war. They fire, you just walk. We don't run where we come from. Bravest boy in the world, no weapon, no armor, a peaceful protester. For the tear gas, you got Pepsi, only violent in PUBG. Hear him shout, I just want a country. Whoa, whoa, you're the bravest boy that I know. Whoa, a smooth talker with a heart of gold. Whoa, you're the bravest boy in the world. Whoa, and I can't wait to be yours.
All right, we're back here with Yasamin, and do you prefer? Do people call you Jasmine sometimes?
Back in the day, when New Zealand wasn't as multicultural, yeah. But now, like, I hear little kids, like, sometimes I'll take my nieces to the playground, someone will be like, Yasamin, and I'll turn around and it's some lady calling her little kid, not
Really?
me. I'm like,
that's pretty cool.
My name's getting popular.
Yeah. Well, you've been here 25 years. How old were you when you moved here?
I was 8.
So,
Yeah.
my daughter was the same age when she moved here. And how do you can you see how the country has changed?
Maybe a bit longer, 10 years, yeah.
10.
I have to do my maths.
Yep.
Yeah.
But do you notice how the country has changed in
New
that
Zealand's
time?
changed so much, yeah. But I think only for the better.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I came here in 1994, like the whole city shut down on a weekend. There was just like nothing open.
Nothing. Yeah, of course. Queen Street.
Yeah. All the delis and everything were closed. It was crazy.
Like flat. Okay, we're going to talk about Auckland, but like a lot of places that used to be just farmland are now like, so heavily populated with housing and stuff. But I still love it. I think it's like so multicultural now. People are intermarrying. There's like a new beautiful generation.
There you go.
That's really cool.
And do you get to see much of the rest of the country?
Oh yeah, I go everywhere. I love this place. Yeah.
So you're here to stay. That's good.
Oh yeah.
And so you
it's
don't
home.
have any.
It's definitely home.
You don't have family in Iraq anymore?
No.
But do you have people you communicate with?
I actually don't have many Iraqi friends, and this is again like I was like, why do I care about this so much?
Right.
But I think it's human to human. If you feel like somebody is going through some injustice, and if you don't say anything about it, then you're part of the problem.
Right.
And I don't say it to be like high and mighty. I just really feel like all of us, if we're faced with something. Maybe it's different, maybe it doesn't have to be a political thing, but we feel like actually, no, we should speak up about something, or at least try our best.
And what's the thing that's happening over there? Is it internal within the country?
Yeah,
factions against each other?
No, it's actually the government using excessive force against peaceful protesters. So,
what are they protesting?
They're protesting lack of jobs.
Right.
They're protesting corruption within the government.
Right.
So Iraq for ages was divided. People were like, there's Shia and Sunni and Muslims and Christians and Kurds. And that's what I love about this new generation. They don't see any of that. They're like, we just want our country to be a good place to live in for our children and ourselves.
So you're hopeful?
I'm hopeful because I'm so inspired by them. I really think they're very evolved.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, we got one more song we're going to hear, right?
Yes.
This is also going to be on the new album?
That is on the new album. Yes.
Cool. It's called Maybe It's America.
Yeah.
That's rather...
I know, the title is a bit intriguing. Actually, I wrote about something very specific, but I think it has a more universal meaning. But again, when Iraq was very divided, when the American invasion happened in 2003, I felt like when I heard Iraqis talk among themselves, they would use things like, oh, he's Sunni, he's Shia, he's this, he's that. And I felt like, okay, so America invaded, but like maybe we're also the problem, because this is a time for us to come together. Why are we using such divisive language? So the song is a question. Maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us,
Gotcha.
you know?
Yeah.
Maybe we're all part of the problem, because I feel like blaming America for our problems only, just one place, is like blaming your parents for the way you turned out, you know? Like actually there's other layers. So again, I'm very inspired by the new generation that's protesting, because they want unity. They don't want division.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I hope it all happens that way. You
Yes,
never, I
me
mean,
too.
the way the world is going now, there's no way to know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, I don't think, but that's keeping it interesting. Well, good luck with the record.
Thank
Are
you.
you going to be doing like live shows and stuff?
I hope so,
Yeah?
I hope so.
We'll
We'll
keep an eye out
bring
for
out
that.
the album and see what happens next year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you, Marty.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Do we still got blood? Blood on our hands if we do not march the streets? Are we still taking part in their plans if we just sit there and disagree? Na 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 na. Well, maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Rest of us ain't saying shit now. Maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Just finger pointing is a sin. Maybe it's America and the rest of us. Do all our prayers still count when we still use faith to divide? How can we fix what's been torn apart, trying to stitch with a knife? Maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Rest of us ain't saying shit now. Maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Just finger pointing is a sin. Maybe it's America, and maybe if we rise together, tell a little bit less lies together, take a little bit more care of each other. Maybe if we rise together, tell a little bit less lies together, take a little bit more care of each other. We could be rebels with a cause. It's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Rest of us ain't saying shit now. Maybe it's America, maybe it's the rest of us. Just finger pointing is a sin.